What's up, everybody? Brett here, back today playing some more Battle Brothers. We are picking up where we left off last time. It's day 43. I think there were some raiders right here we were about to go chase down. Let's see about that fight. First, let's make sure everyone's good. We look pretty solid. Man, in the last episode, we lost our indebted, but we picked up a manhunter, who we're going to have to rename probably in today's episode. Taking like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. That's pretty much early game Battle Brothers for sure. Oh, and there's a regiment here. Well, I'm not going to get involved with that. That'll make this take forever. Yeah, and they're already almost dead. What we want to do, we already have 3 of 5 arena fights. We want to win an arena fight right now. Let's get that done. Let's see what's in the arena. Your opponents will be 3 recently retired desert bandits. And by retired, I mean taken by the Vizier's lawmen, of course. Okay. So probably 3 outlaws, I guess. For 1,000 crowns, I accept. Hopefully it's not... I don't know. Hopefully it's not some ridiculously powerful, like, assassin type dudes. We're going to bring in Renown. He's got 5 wins. He's also just our strongest brother in terms of gear. We're going to bring in Rodrigo. And then lastly... Aldrich. No. Let's bring in Jake. Jake is our sergeant. And in 2 more wins, he'll get the bonus resolve, which will help him out once he finally does become our sergeant. Let's give him the necklace here. And let's switch him out. We probably have some better gear we could put him in. I mean, that's a small adjustment, but it works. Kite shield, almost certainly not necessary. Let's do that. Give him the better melee stats. This is 15 in melee defense. This is 18. It's heavier, though. Swords, probably just fine versus moderately armored nomad type dudes. We'll sell our stuff. We'll do all that in just a minute. But let's get the arena done with first. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, very lightly armored. Some moderately dangerous weapons here. But shouldn't be anything we can't handle. Especially if Renown just lands his attacks. Oh, and he hit his own bro. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Well, Jake is in trouble. So, because of that, I think we need to shield wall up and hope we don't get hit. And we get hit twice. Okay. This battle is not going as well as I had hoped. Oh, wow. Lucky me. And we'll just bully him out. Jake, you made it, bro. We'll shield wall you. Love the haircut, by the way. Finish him. Man, we're taking a beating from these guys. That's what happens when you don't land your shots. You're really... I feel like a broken record. Talking about like my percentage chances feeling bad. But lately they felt more negative than positive. When you miss a bunch of 70s in a row, you feel pretty bad. But that was what we needed. That puts us up to 4. So guys, I'm getting some texts and stuff right now. Don't mind that. It's my birthday. As of me recording this, it's my birthday today. And my dad was just letting me know to have a happy birthday, so that's awesome. In case you're curious, I am 31 years young. Which is a thing I don't think people say anymore. Check the hires. Are there any good hires? Now, peddlers, daytellers, shepherds. Shepherds are probably the poachers of the south. So I'm kind of like tempted to get one. For some more backline stuff. Tempted indeed, just because I have a crossbow just ready to go. I don't have any bolts for it, though. Do they have any in the marketplace? No, I don't see any. Let's sell off our stuff that we know we don't need. Got a lot of extra gear here. Yeah, I know that 90, that mail was a 90 and these are 80s. Like, I'm fine. We're going to get good gear, guys. We're getting there. We are on the road to good gear town. 3,200 crowns. We got to wait until the next day in order to take another arena fight. Hopefully not an impossible one. Nomads. Cool, cool. I can do that. Got to remember that we need to negotiate twice every single time, thanks to the negotiator. I was hoping it would be an East contract. That way I could go closer to Goldfest. I'm like really trying to go over there. With an armor. I want to go there with a lot of money though. That would be kind of the play. Stack up, you know, 5,000 crowns. Head over there and see if I can get 2 great pieces of armor. I could also go back to Hakim al-Ramal and try and get that second piece of Southern Longmail shirts. Okay, nighttime battles are not our favored form of fighting. 6 hyenas. Oh, great. And another assassin. I just got to look at assassins as a means to get some legit piece of weaponry. You charge the camp just in time to see a man in black clothes step out of one of the tents. He is shaking hands with the nomad's leader, which is probably not the best sign. Both men pausing mid-handshake and staring at your attack is presumably just as sour a result. The nomad leader calls out, demanding his assassins earn their keep. The blackened killer nods and draws out a blade, and a troop of fellow assassins stream out of the tent and turn to join the nomads in battle. Okay. A lot of cutthroats. That's so easy. We should just be able to shoot them to pieces as soon as they step forward. We've had a lot of rough misses with our crew lately. We've switched back over to bows from crossbows just to give us more chances to hit. What we need the most is reliability. Oh, this is a mistake too. Alright, Jake's got to bounce out. We'll just pass. We've got all my spears standing next to each other. That is a mistake. That is not something I would ever want to do. Because I can't make effective use of a spear wall like that. Jake, you go over here. Have a nice day. You get the day off. Go team. Alright, another guy with a, another assassin with a Shamshir. I missed 3 attacks on a dude that's already running. That makes me so aggravated. So aggravated. We're gonna step in just to make sure he can't go anywhere. Really just trying to kill him for more shock value. We've left Renown a little bit high and dry, but we're going to push forward this turn with our spear wall. Start cleaning some of these guys up. Really curious what the assassin's going to do. He's not yet holding a, oh wow, good shot. He's not yet holding a grenade. Last time we fought one, I mean, they bopped us with grenades. Alright. Step here. Very good. Alright, we're going to step in on the slingers. There we go. We're freaking them out. That's all good. And the assassin's in. Oh man, we get firebombed. Everyone who can on this turn is going to step out of the fires. I definitely wanted to step here to give myself more room. Because someone like Uldric is now burning. And also getting beat to death. And he's got another grenade. We do not yet have rotation on all of our bros. But these two guys are locked in. That is not good. Pass. The fight down here is over. But what I have to do is I still have to get past. Oh, man. I need the fire to go away. I need to get past these guys so I can get a better surround on the assassin. Otherwise, I don't know how I save Uldric here. And I'm stuck staying in the fire. I can afford to do it here. Damn. Oh, no. Alright. Let's try this fight again. We could definitely do better. The assassin is, of course, like a confounding variable. But with our, like, archers and stuff, these dudes should just fall. But in the future, though, when we fight large groups of assassins, we need to just... We really need to think about, or I need to think about, blobbing. And, like, keeping long lines instead of getting, like, 3 guys deep. Forgot to move my spears again. But I see no reason why we shouldn't be able to get more kills than we did last time. Let's go ahead and switch out. Need to support our northern position a little bit more, I think. That was a rough miss. I could have taken him out. Gonna push forward again here. I mean, we're giving him a little bit of a blob, but I don't know how much you can really help it. See what he does. Hoping he doesn't do anything this turn. But this turn, we should get 3 kills. And then from there, you know, they're just rocking a bunch of slingers. They shouldn't be able to stop us from getting a good surround on the assassin. A net on him would also be good if we have to... God forbid I have to reload this fight again. A net would be excellent. Just to keep the assassin back. He could still throw stuff at you, and I kind of don't doubt that he has the stats just to get himself out of the net. Alright, I called 3 kills. And at this point, I'm still kind of a liar. I mean, that is a kill for sure. That's 3. This is basically 4. It's 4. Yeah, and just like that, we're only fighting 3 guys now. And they opted for the stun first. I'm a little worried because Reynolds not in top shape. I would much prefer to get a shield bro on the assassin. Step up. Ooh, I actually don't know if the fire grenade would kill him. If he just threw a fire grenade in my face. That's what he's going to do this turn, right now. Yep. Put shots on him where we can. And because of the running, we're just going to abandon this. And just get our brothers there as quickly as possible. All firepower now goes to the assassin. Let's get out of the fire. Rodrigo, you get over there. Try and land some stuff. Feels good. Hoping to freak out the assassin. We need his resolve to dip. Wow, when he comes back. I can use Jake potentially to lock down someone who's running. Oh, damn. Okay. Okay, we've got him. 31%, happy to land that. Yeah, there's no easy way to get in on this. This fire is really messing us up. I honestly could take a little bit of fire if it means I put some damage on him. We'll stay right there. There we go. And we get the Shamshir. Hell yeah. Nice. That was not the move I wanted to make, but I don't think we'll pay for it. At least I hope not. There we go. Alright. Still a tough fight, man. Grenades are such a wild variable, but the Shamshir, a tier 3 scimitar. This well-crafted exotic blade from the south has a curved edge that allows it to cut deep wounds with ease, but makes it less suited for thrusting and penetrating armor. A rare find. Very good pickup, and a big stack of gold as well. And that's something we are 100% going to keep. And I also like the idea of giving it to our bro here, Zawahir, and having him use that, at least for the short term. And then the boar spear, could give this one to Jake. Yeah, his stats are pretty nerfed thanks to his injuries. Miguel has leveled, and with Miguel, oh nice, another birthday wish from a good friend. Awesome. Always happy to see that. Brawny, I think is what I'm going to take right now. Lots of good rolls here. A 3 in fatigue. Man, a 4 in range skill. I kind of want to take this 2 in melee skill also. But I think I'm going to pass that up and go for a 3 in melee defense. Yeah. Okay, next time we're going to grab Battleforged for sure. And we want to go back to town, but I want to come over here and get that armor. I see these 6 hyenas. We're a little bit torn up. Just sucks because there's a taxidermist here. I could potentially get 3 more... Dang, I could potentially get 3 more skins. I really wanted to take that fight because I really want as much money as I can get my hands on to make sure that I can buy that armor, which I'm hoping is still here. And it is, but they want a fortune for it now. They're just, oh man, just non-stop ambush trade routes. As soon as we clear them, they get messed up again. That absolutely sucks. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Well, that's my bad, I guess. I'm not gonna overpay. That's not happening. I will pick up, we need extra food, extra tools, extra ammo. I'm not gonna grab a lot here because the prices are so bad. But it would have been nice to get that other piece of armor. Yeah, prices here are just terrible. And we can't even really do anything about it. So now that was a bit of wasted time. But we will head back to Al Hazred, and we'll try and do another arena fight while we're there. Finish up this ambition. Get the ball rolling on more and easier ambitions. We're still not in great shape. Even for a small group like this. But with our archers, I think we just take it. We should be able to snipe people pretty comfortably at this point. Good hit, 46%, not bad. Alright, that was a 28. I don't know why Moody's percentages are so low. Oh, that's right. He's not dedicated archer yet, but he will be. Dedicated, probably a crossbowman. Our best weapon is now on Zawa here. See, it has slash and gash. And there we go. We have a nice wide spear wall. Not saying they can't get past it, but it's pretty nice. Versus a bunch of melee-centric dudes. We'll see how they move in or don't. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't move in at all. Okay. And we are just whiffing away. I'll take a kill. This group becomes so much deadlier once we consistently land shots. It's crazy how much more accurate Miguel is than all of our archers. Spear wall doing the Lord's work. Sigmar be praised. I feel like we are just a bunch of spearmen with shields. We're like the lowest tier Empire men. I did not have to jump in there, but let's get this fight over with. Alright, that's annoying. Tactically would have been way better to wait. Some nice point-blank shots that we're gonna miss. The salt is rising. We haven't landed a single attack. Happy to finally get that, though. I'm gonna switch. Because Jake was in a little bit of danger. Alright, let's hope Zawa here doesn't take too bad of a beating. Or he'll take all the beating. I mean, that's just what happens when you miss all your attacks. Okay, at least that wavered him a little. Alright, thank goodness. Not trying to lose anyone to an easy nomad fight. We will run him down. He's got a weapon that's worth some money. And for his troubles, he's going to get a level. So does Zigzagonoff. Yeah, scimitar, scythes. Some more food. It spoils in 3 days. And we got all of our ammo back. Worth it. Worth it for the experience. And then Zawahir may end up one day being a two-handed bro. He's got the melee skill fatigue and the melee skill fatigue and a defensive thing of stars, which is usually what I look for. I am going to go for Brawny at this point. 3 in melee skill, quite good. 3 in fatigue is okay. And then I'll take a 4 in range defense to get him over that 10 threshold. But he really needs melee defense. And then Zigzagonoff. Have to take the 3 in range skill for sure. The 3 in fatigue. And I'm going to take the 4 in hit points, and that'll put him up over 71. Feels good. Now, Zigzagonoff to me screams crossbow bro, who is eventually going to be in heavy armor. I'm going to grab rotation on him right now. We're slowly getting rotation on a couple of our brothers. I think we're up to 3. Man, I should have looked at that. That might have been a caravan we could have raided. I don't think you can take standard caravans not during war. So during war, if you fight caravans, as long as nobody sees you do it, like you can kind of get away with it, but I don't think you can do it normally. I don't think that's a thing. And we need to wait for them to get their shipments. Let's organize our stuff and sell what we can. Okay, and that's about it. Over 5K though, that's what we were talking about earlier. But we absolutely have to have tools and ammo and food. Just sort of low on everything. And let's see what the arena's putting us up against. As a hate knight? Wait. I believe Northerners refer to him as a hate knight. Might have that wrong. A hedge knight, I guess. Don't tell the other arena masters I said this about Northern trash, but this knight is one of the most dangerous men I've come across through here, and if you wish your path to continue being gilded, then I suggest you make sharp preparations and get a good rest before the fight. One hedge knight and 2 raiders. I was about to say, if we just have to fight 1 hedge knight, I think we can do it. But 1 hedge knight and 2 raiders. We just don't have the gear. That's a pass for me, guys. I hate to say it. We're headed over to Goldfest now. Yeah. We're going to have to let another day pass. Which is okay, because we do need to rest. We have brothers who are very hurt. We have lots of armor that needs to be repaired. Okay, multiple spots. What are you? A necromancer is running? That could be interesting. Just go knock him out real quick. Sorry, this is going to be kind of a weird, lame fight. But we're just going to send everyone forward. We're going to see if we can't snipe him. Curious what we'll get from killing just 1 necromancer. Ow. Appreciate it. Alright, the old double whiff. Alright, let's put some shots down. Come on, guys. Perfect. Should just be able to finish this fight, no problem. Let's not take any more hits there. Don't really want to take any on Zawa here either. Let's not waste the ammo. There's no reason to. Just a little bit of laziness. And what do I get for this? Nothing. 5 tools isn't exactly nothing, but it might as well be. This group of nomads... Oh, wow, they ran right into there? You madmen. You poor, desperate fools on the end of your pitiful ropes. I can't remember that quote exactly. I never can. From, if you guys have ever seen Liar Liar. He's, like, describing himself. He can't lie. Very funny. Okay. So, they do have armor. I'm looking at these reinforced mail hauberks. That's what I would like to jump to next. Would also love a Saleh helmet, but the prices here are terrible. And there's no way to make them better. And all they have for us is deserters, which I don't want at all. Yeah, that hurts. Yeah, 5k for a greatsword. Under good circumstances, we'd be able to get it for 3,900. I'm tempted just to pull the trigger, though, on this two-handed hammer. That is a weapon I would love to get, but I can't. I just can't justify it with these prices. It's sad because I was either hoping to get a good brother, and Magnus the Footman might be a good brother, or to get a good piece of armor. But like, I don't want to pay like 800 extra for this. So I think we play smart. We play for the long game, and we just hold on to our money. As much as I would love to grab a Saleh helmet while I'm here, because it is a best in slot type of item. Yeah, I think we just have to go back. We were killing time anyway until the, I should have climbed this mountain. Let's do that while we're here. We were killing time anyway until the next arena pops. Nice. Zawahir has surprisingly healed himself with no sign of magic and witchcraft. And we'll try and cut like a bigger exploratory swath. Mini thugs and poachers. That's a good fight for us. We shall wait. Just clearing out the low tier trash, getting our levels, getting our money right. Spear wall will be very effective against this group. Need to look and just make sure nobody's like really in trouble. They're probably going to try and overload this flank. For every one of them we kill, that gets harder for them to do. There we go. We'll step in, take a shot. Their poachers won't do anything. That is a good miss. And it's going to take him an entire extra turn to get around this corner here. And they're all going to go this way. And the ones that don't are just going to die. They popped my spear wall in the center. Feels bad. Step up that way. There we go. Just give me some shots, man. Very good. trying to get him off my spear wall. That'll do. That was a miss movement. That's alright. Kind of shocked they're not trying to run yet. But I'm glad they're not, because that would just make this more annoying. We should be able to encircle them all this turn. Now, we saw they had some other locations on the road. I mentioned in the last episode that I basically recorded almost an entire episode and then had to scratch it, which I just about never do. But that episode, I went into one of those locations, the one that's nearest us. It's an undead camp. And I think I even told you guys, it had a necromancer, fallen heroes, and just tons and tons of armored Wiedegangers. We're not ready for that. An armored Wiedeganger, well, not even an armored Wiedeganger, a fallen hero with a, what are those things called? Damn, I can't remember what those weapons are called. The big two-handers. They swing around. The big two-handed flail. That's what it is. We'll run them down. The two-handed flail with possession, and he was in full plate. Like, the strongest armor that the fallen heroes can wear is what he was wearing. And he messed us up. And there's nothing we can do about it. Absolutely can't fight against that. And this was a good haul for us. Anyone get any levels? No. Okay, that was still worth. Kind of wish we had their cartographer here. For discovering locations and getting paid. Definitely makes traveling and exploring a lot more lucrative. But yeah, this place right here. It was a nightmare. And we cannot beat it. This place, however, was a mildly beatable, or an eminently beatable, yeah, Wiedeganger fight. I'm going to pass on it for now. I might not have anything to do when I get to Al Hazred. I was hoping to get there before nightfall. Damn. I stopped moving right at the last second. Okay. Where do you want me to go? Goldbrook. I'll need some time to think about that. Do we have Goldbrook discovered yet? Because if the answer... Oh, it's right up here. Yeah, I'm not that interested in going back north just yet. So... that's going to be a big no for me. Let's just camp. We need the healing. And especially on brothers that we think we're going to have to bring into the arena, we need to make sure they're healed up too. Any new bros? They have more manhunters and thieves. I just don't want thieves. I don't want deserters. There's certain things I don't want. And look at this. A short and hardened dagger masterfully crafted with a pointed blade for piercing through the smallest gaps in armor. We could compare it to one of our standard daggers. I mean, a knife is not a fair comparison. Let's sell off all of our junk real quick while I'm looking at it. And anything else? Organize. I think we're good. Okay. This would cost all of our money to get this. And we don't even have a dagger bro. Not that I don't want a dagger bro. I'd like to have one. Just for fun. Maybe if we got a thief, we could do that. So let's put this in our inventory. Just to see and compare. So 60 durability. 40 durability. 15 to 35 damage. Versus 24 to 49. Holy crap. So 9... 14, 23 more damage, and then an extra 32% effectiveness versus armor. This is a sick dagger. Where was this when I was playing my gladiator run? The gruesome thorn. I'm very tempted to spend all my money on that, but I think it would not sink our run, but it would just it would set us back really far for a weapon that we're not even using yet. I hate to do it, but I'm going to pass. That's an awesome dagger, though. I think those of you who've been playing this game for a long time, you would agree that that is a sick weapon. Like, if I'm going to drop that kind of money on anything right now, it'd probably be a handgun. And they don't even have one, so... C'est la vie. We need tools. Kind of desperately need tools. And we also could use some food. Though the prices here for food are not good. We'll get up to 5 days. Alright. Let's see if I can win this. Oh, it's a night again? You know what we could do? Let's just save the game. I don't want any, like, negatives from doing this, because for me, this is a test. If it was just me playing this game in my free time, I would never take this fight, because I don't think there's a good chance we can win this, depending on what type of weaponry he's rocking, how fast we can kill the raiders. Like, if we can wreck the raiders, and maybe, you know, put him in a net, I think we could have a chance. Unfortunately, Rodrigo's all kinds of messed up. Could even go for like a fire pot. This could be interesting. But we need another man. Aldrich is not a bad choice. Miguel might be worth it to get bags and belts on him. He could just be our grenade thrower. And then for Aldrich... Give him his dagger back. For Aldrich, I think there's a lot of use in having a potential spear wall to keep them back. Part of me also really wants to bring someone like Ack. Or Moody. We'll see what's up. Let's try. Man, even a second net. Yeah, I wish I had bags and belts, because I would 100% bring more stuff. Oh my god, he's got a... Okay. I see how it's going to be, game. They put him in a full helm, scale armor, and a great sword. The game's telling me it wants me to die. Those are awesome hits. They're going to try and flank up top. We'll pass. And if they want to keep chilling, I'll keep throwing in. Oh, nice. Went for the decapitation and didn't get it. I'm okay with them trying to jump in here. I don't know if I should use the fire pot yet. Okay. Get our sword out. I want them to be locked down before I throw that. Holy crap. Alright, we're going to net him. Make his stats worse. But we can't give him any more line shots. And we missed him twice, even though he's in a net. He used his turn to break out of it. He's not even wavering. And we haven't landed a single shot. Our chances have been 6. And surrounding him gives us a better chance to hit, but it also sets him up for a swing. Yeah, guys, I think that's how this was always going to go. We just can't touch a hedge knight. We played that so damn well. Yeah, okay. That's hilarious, but that's not... That's why we did this. Yeah, guys, I don't think there's a way. Maybe we go for like a double crossbow with the spear wall type build. Yeah, I don't know. Killing his 2 cronies didn't do anything to him. Miguel was obviously MVP there. I mean, they were both great. Aldrich and Miguel were both great. Renown didn't really kind of pay for himself there. He took a lot of hits. Yeah, I'm not going to try that again. I think that would be a waste of our time. We can't win that fight. Damn. What do we do in the meantime, though? Explore, I guess? Guys, there's certain things I've been trying to do for a while now. Like get new brothers. Get better armor. All sorts of stuff. And we just haven't really had the opportunity. We're kind of just treading water in the early game as the days go by. This looks like a tough fight. We might want to pass on that one. It has fortifications and it's on a step. And they have marksmen. Knowing that ahead of time makes me not want to take that fight. That's a tough one. Good prices on ammo. I'll pick one of those up. And on food. Oh, did I buy the expensive ammo when they have a bunch of cheap ammo? I did. That is okay. Men for hire. Damn. No backgrounds I really want. Greenskins. Okay. We have to defend them in their outskirts from parties, so we have to chill. Guys, I need one arena fight. I don't need a gimme fight, but like a hedge knight is just going to chop me to pieces. The greenskins are in sight. Prepare for battle and protect the town. Well, I don't see them yet. They have a warrior! Oh, geez. Okay. Well, that's exciting. For those of you who've never seen an orc warrior before, you're in for a treat. Sadly, we're fighting them at night, negating some of our advantage here. I mean, negating a lot of our advantage, really. We might still get lucky, land a couple shots, but... like that. We're going to spear wall. Expecting the warrior to come in late, perhaps. He might hang back and let the young go in. Nope, there he is. Even one kill in the opening salvo would be amazing. We're not going to get it. For those of you who don't know, orc warriors are just godly killing machines. They're super heavily armored. Their biggest weakness is their morale. Which, if you kill enough orc young, you don't really have to fight the orc warriors. A lot of times you can get them to run away. Okay, that's all we're doing there. Switch out to the pike. Feels good. Bill hook. Kind of want to stay on this high ground. I feel like someone's coming in. It's a good hit. When in doubt, banner out. We're basically denying them this entire zone here and making them want to go up top. And because we know we're forcing them to overload the top flank, I kind of want to reinforce more to the top. And some of these brothers could find themselves kind of out of position if that's the case. Keeping the warrior out as long as possible is a great strategy. Thank you. So satisfying when we hit with that weapon. Good shot. Tried to shield wall and come in. That's a good way to get past him. Get past the spear wall, that is. Nice. Yeah, give me another turn of spear walls. Just keep them in this kill box. And then when the time comes where there's nothing left to help support the warrior, we'll step in. He's got a shield which makes him tankier, but it also takes away some of his damage. If he was two-handing that cleaver, he could very easily kill some of our bros in like two small strikes. This is kind of annoying. We're wasting a lot of time up here. Alright, good damage. I'm going to switch out to the axe. Axe has better armor piercing. Nice. At some point, though, he may just try and run. This dude's going to run out of ammo at some point. Ooh, he's backing up. See what he does. We're not going to... Look, this is an orc warrior. The only thing he's going to drop is his weapon and his shield. We're not going to get some awesome loot from killing him. He's not like a hedge knight. If he wants to run, we're probably better off just letting him run. We can throw some shots on him, whatever, but like... There's almost no benefit other than a few extra crowns for taking him. And I'll keep hitting him just in case. Yeah, we're out. In the round. Let him go. There's no... I mean, this is not a location, a camp, where we have to, like, clear them out, try and get all the loot we can get. This is a dangerous fight, and we'll just let them go. Nice. Very easy fight for us. For a little bit of money. And this is a massive citadel. This could be a good place for us to recruit, or... Where are you coming from, Al-Zahif? Nah. Us to recruit or buy some good armor. The Protectorate of Hakim Al... I can't wait to raid these caravans. I really want to get better equipped before the Holy War starts, but... if that's just not in the cards. People first. No backgrounds. Huh. Well, no good armors either. I'm trying, guys. I really am. I see like some attachments we could buy just to have. There are upgrades here, but they're not the level of upgrades that we want. Wait, that's not what I meant. Let's click on the weaponsmith here. Slightly better prices than the last place we went to, but still not great. A two-handed hammer at this price is quite expensive. It would be our first hammer for Sigmar, though, which is why I'm tempted to pull the trigger on it. And then war bows, which we can't afford. No, we did that already. Let's check out the marketplace real quick. They have a dog. They have some moderately cheap tools. Let's see, we've been going for almost an hour at this point. Ah, billhook. That might be worth it, although I generally only buy them when they're damaged. And you can find billhooks pretty often damaged in the marketplace. 1,700. They probably have another billhook in here. They do, and it's for 2,100. So I am getting a bit of a discount. It would be a massive upgrade to a hooked blade. This is 40 to 70. Versus 55 to 85. And not to mention just other stats all the way around. 30 to 110. An extra 30% effectiveness versus armor. Yeah, I mean, it's a way better weapon. My only thought is this is like really limiting my purchasing power. For the armor and stuff that I want to get. I don't know. I'm curious what you guys would do if you would buy this. I might just pull the trigger. Yeah, we're going to pull the trigger on it. I feel the need to make progress. And we're going to give this to Andreas. And we're going to sell one of the other ones that we have. That was a big purchase. And we're going to make our way back down here through the wilderness. Clear out some more of this fog of war. I'll take a fight here. This could be a disaster. Okay. They have some small fortifications here, but it's mostly thugs. They have marksmen, which sometimes mean you can expect to see... Okay, let's move the foliage. More raiders or even a leader. I'm going to step in here. Oh, and they step forward. Did not expect that. I thought they would stay in their fortifications. That's okay. I'm okay with this. Good shot. I don't see a leader yet. They might not have one. Try and clear as much of the chaff as we can. Put a good shot on him. We have rotations on some bros, but not all of them. High ground is mine, good sir. And we will switch to the pike. Luckily, our back line is almost as well armored as our front. Step in there, give him a little bit of a freak out. Hunting bow would be a decent pickup. There's a lot of valuable weapons here. Some decent armor, too. That hurt. And that was just from a light crossbow. That also hurt a lot. Gonna go for the 44. Gonna say, let's try and get rid of this guy so he doesn't do that again. Okay, that was a 44%. Alright, he wants to run. That's just as good as anything else. Just gotta make sure that Rodrigo doesn't die here. And a nice freak out mass panic is just what we were looking for. Just need them not to, like, point and blank him with one of these crossbows. And I feel like that's what they were trying to do. Whew. Just fade a couple nasty attacks. Okay. We're just going quick here. We know what we gotta do, we just gotta do it. Can you feel it, guys? It's the warp overtaking me. It's a good pain. Little Dawn of War reference, check. I've been wanting to do like a Dawn of War RTS series Let's Play for a long time. I love the Dawn of War games. I think they're awesome. One of the first things I think I ever played with my, the first laptop I ever bought. Bill Hook, doing big damage. Despite being in melee. Oops. Not who I meant to attack, that's alright. Yeah, but those RTS games were my first introduction into, like, 40K. Kinda glad I didn't have the models and stuff growing up, because, man, I would have wasted a lot of money. Huh, I would have spent a lot of money, let's say. And our first nasal helmet with rusty mail, we should have a ton of these by now, and we just don't. 2 of these flails, gonna be worth a small fortune. We did get the hunting bow. Yeah, solid loot. You know what background I would have loved to have gotten by now? Is the caravan hand. Because what they do, I don't need to repair these. What they do is, after a while, you'll get an event where they make your caravan bigger. So they give you a bigger wagon. Give that to Tongue there. This is a 110. These are 105s, if I remember right. Okay, Miguel, you get that. Switch out Moody here. And then this is a 90. Let's hook him up. This is a good helmet, though. This needs to go on someone. This is a 125. Let's give Reynold that helmet. Oh, I don't know. This looks way too cool. Okay, coolness factor wins for now. Let's give this to Jake. This is a 110. That's a 130. Alright, we've got good helmets in the front now. -1 vision. Not a big deal on crossbowmen, as we've talked about. That's a 105. So that's just strictly an upgrade. Alright, I think we're good. Keep on exploring. Our big thing is we gotta make money while we're making money. We got no levels off of that either. Ack the minstrel stands up and clacks his boots together. Shall I show you fools how to dance? A few men look up and shake their heads. Oh, come on, it's simple. Watch. The man raises a leg and it goes into an angle no man's leg should before planting back on the ground. He twirls, arms above his head. He then fans his arms out as if to fly. It's actually quite beautiful, though you'd never admit as much to any living soul. You watch as the minstrel continues, leaning forward, then suddenly he rips a horrendous fart right into Jake Habit's face. So stupid. Ack straightens up in an instant as though the gas had fixed a bad back, and he sought the immediate use of it. Well, that's all, folks, so hopefully you got the moves down pat. He runs off, a particularly slighted and smelly man on his heels. The rest of the men bowl over with laughter. Man, minstrels... I'm growing to appreciate our minstrel. He's given us 2 amazing events so far. Yep, let's go to Hakim al-Ramal, and then we'll head back to Al-Hazred. I'm trying. We've still got maybe 10 minutes that I can afford to spend here. Camp for just a bit. They have contracts here, finally. But they also have a slave revolt, good harvest, and ambush trade routes. So sadly, nothing for us. We could get a reinforced throwing net. I've considered that. Yeah, nothing for me. The prices here to sell are very good. We can make a little bit of money here. I don't need the two-handed wooden flail. That's a bit lower of a tier weapon for what we're currently working with. And the flails here are always valuable, so let's get rid of those. I'll give the dagger to someone. And get rid of the excess trash. These bolts could go on someone for sure, though. I need to take a second to, like, optimize a few things. No, we'll just hold on to them. We have the crossbow. Do all of our archers have double stacks? They do. Okay, that's the main thing. And then the dagger. We'll give one to Uldric. We could use some more bandages, too. Let's buy one of those. It never hurts to have a couple of those in your inventory. You never know when you're going to need it. Okay. Multiple contracts. Normative. Okay. They want us to kill the indebted. Beat down the uprising of the indebted at the plantation. We haven't done this in this mission yet. I feel bad about it. It's like those missions where you have to kill the farmers. We're a little hurt, but not too bad. I think we're good just to come in here. You find the indebted, and they stare back with a very clear understanding of why you were there. The arrangement of participants, yourself armed to the teeth, coming by way of town. The indebted, armed with whatever they scavenged, far from their chains. They're a motley, sad assembly, but you know well that whatever they lack in weaponry, they more than make up for in desire. A taste of freedom is nothing if not a sharpening effect. Destroy them. Lots of indebted and some cutthroats. Oh no, it's going to be a massacre. There's a lot of them, though. We got to put them down. Yeah, spear walls. I mean, we're basically treating these dudes like zombies. Where possible, I want to use my archery to protect our flanks. So, like, I would shoot at the guys near the edge of the formation, not in the center. I'm going to step back here. No point in standing out in the wings. Let them break against Rodrigo's shield. Later, man. Alright, more whiffs. Yeah, I didn't even consider that. Their morale is going to be so low, we might not even have to fight very many of them. Yeah, they look like they mostly want to go home now. Wow, rotation to bypass my spear wall. That's pretty sick. And they're overloading on the south. I'll stay there. This guy I'll jump in on. That completely frees up my top bros. Justin's just holding it down here. I'm a little aggravated by today's episode, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like we did a lot of things. Kind of treading water, getting experience, getting reputation. But what we didn't get a lot of, we didn't get new brothers, we didn't get, you know, really solid gear upgrades. These are the things I was looking for today. I really wanted to get like 2 new brothers. And I definitely wanted to finish that ambition and move on to another ambition. Because that's what's really slowing us down. Is our renown is low because we've got a bunch of ambition options that we couldn't easily just knock out. Like 5 arenas, I mean that's at least 5 days. Potentially more. In the round. We're not going to catch these 3. It's over. And this was easy money for us. Justin gets a level from slaughtering peasants. We get a bunch of trash weapons to sell. The uprising has been crushed. In death, the faces of the slaves do seem to carry some relief, as though the end of all things is preferred to the relentless cruelty of living in the chain. Yazid al-Sadiq of Hakim al-Ramal and the viziers will be waiting your return. I'm shocked I said all that correctly. Absolutely shocked. Or at least correctly as far as I know. A man in chains meets you outside Yazid al-Sadiq of Hakim al-Ramal's rooms. I'm not doing that again. He has a chain attached to each arm. One chain runs to the wall, the other chain rankles across the floor to a chest of crowns. Both chains are held by a lock, and this man has the key. He stares at you, his fingers gripping and ungripping the key, his breath uneven. He finally squats and unlocks the lock to your chest, which you take up and step back. The slave holds the key at his chest, and he glances at the other lock. And he folds his hand around the key and bows his head, and there comes a noise you're not sure what to make of. A guard tells him to keep it quiet before ushering you out of the door. Wow. Crowns are crowns. Yeah, that sucked, though. I don't like helping these guys be slave masters. But we're hard up for money. And we're still not going to get a good piece of armor. Damn, we're going long today. Checking the marketplace, anything I need. Let's sell what we have. Augment our payday with a little bit better of a payday. And then let's see what other contract, probably to fix the trade routes. Let's say we need to be paid more for this. And we're headed south. And this will be it for today, guys. If they hadn't given us multiple hedge knight fights, the game thinks we're ready for that, but we're not. We're really, really not. And our current renown level, we're at 1050. We need to get to 1400 to get another camp follower. And I need more bros in order to unlock the paymaster, I think is what it's called. They have a leader. This could be a real fight to close out today's episode. Actual outlaws and a leader. So real challenging dudes. And another one of these flails for us. He's got good armor, guys. This could be our chance to employ some dagger strats. But I mean, we've missed literally every single attack. We're going to step in and get first blood. Good hits. Just keep damaging the guys who are already damaged. Step in. I'm always impressed by throwing weapons. When I did my last Peasant Let's Play, like the short one, just to check out the campaign, and I had 16 men who all used throwing weapons, it was brutal. The amount of damage we could do to a front line before they even got in. I'm hoping he stays out for a while. Alright, Rodrigo is near death. I don't know what we can do. Yeah, that's no good. We have rotation, but not near him. That's so bad, and we haven't landed any shots on this guy either. Or that. We just have so many wasted attacks. That's what we needed right there. Now we can pull Rodrigo out of that. He was going to be one of our dagger bros, which is kind of why it sucks. Step in. Musa the Nomad. Now don't get it wrong, he has taken away our banner. We cannot use it. Alright, we missed the pushback. I think it's just long axe time. Alright, thankful that that worked. Go back to the crossbow. Did not mean to do that, but that's okay. We'll get out the dagger. Preemptive dagger stuff. Tempted to get out Battle Brother. I'm very scared about what's going to happen here. He went for the stun. We got to push him away. We're going down now. No dagger on Justin. Damn. Yeah, I'm not highly confident that our dagger strats are going to be effective here. Alright, pretty thankful that worked. Damn. Whew. Just kind of want to hold him at bay. He's going to be faster than me, though. I'm expecting to get beaten down by that weapon. We have no dagger here. We just don't have enough daggers, I guess. And the thing is, if we just attack him, there's pretty much no way we get it. Because we're going to have to break his armor. Yeah, it sucks. But we're also risking a lot by trying to surround him when he's not freaking out. He's lost his entire, company, and he's still here fighting. 2 hits. I mean, he goes for Uldric and lands some shots, and Uldric's just dead. Tempted to drop a dog, but it's Battle Brother. Wish me luck. I need him to not wreck me here. I mean, that hurt, but we're still in this. We need some people to move. That crushed him. And now he's wavering. And there goes the armor. Does he have 9 lives? It doesn't say that he does. Man, the step end's not even phasing him. We're gonna get a chance to get him before he gets to go. He does have 9 lives, but down he's gonna go. Yeah, sucks we couldn't try and get the armor. We do need a few more daggers in order for that to be an effective strat for us. We got the heavy southern mace, which is an awesome weapon. We got the helmet, which is a solid helmet. I'm happy with that. And we got another 3-headed flail for the flagellants we haven't seen. We haven't seen monks, we haven't seen flagellants. 2 backgrounds that I would snap off in a heartbeat if we could find them. Justin here is going to take underdog. That's a no-brainer for me. 3 in melee skill. 3 in fatigue. 3 in melee defense. Uldric here. Battle forged. Too easy. 4 in fatigue. And I think we might just have to accept some crappy rolls here. I'm going to take the 3 in melee defense and the 4 in resolve. Probably don't need too much more resolve on him. And Jake, happy to see, now has Battle Forged as well. Should make our arena battles a little bit nicer. 3 there, 4 here, 2 and melee skill. Not the best of rolls, but that's okay. So we got a Nomad Reinforced Helmet. It's a good pickup. Let's give it to Rodrigo. And the Heavy Southern Mace. Rodrigo's got the stats to use a better weapon now. He doesn't need to use a sword or a spear. Some of our brothers are finally getting into that higher tier of melee skill. Once they get into the 70s, you can pretty much use whatever you want. But in the 50s and 60s, it's like you got to stick with the spears and swords. In my humble opinion. But guys, I think that's going to be it for me today. We did a lot of stuff. We killed a lot of guys. We took a lot of fights. And we tried to do a lot of stuff that just didn't pan out. The RNG here is killing me. I should have 16 brothers already, I feel like. And I just don't. I just do not. We've got money in the bank, though. They no longer have ambush trade routes. Not going to help me now. Sell the whips. Ah, that's right. We got a good piece of armor here. Sell off some of this stuff. Yeah, it's... 6,500 crowns is a lot. We can make a lot of moves with 6,500 crowns. It's a 105. Everyone in the front line is better than that. Zigzagonoff, you get a nice upgrade. And we're basically in full Raider gear now. I mean, for whatever that's worth. You know what, damn it. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. Let's go a little long. Long birthday episode. I'm not satisfied with the events of today. Look at these. Oh no, wrong buttons. I would normally 100% take those fights, both of them. I would track them down and kill them for the money and for the experience. Our brothers are in decent shape. I'm happy to get that heavy southern mace. Not very Empire themed. Very Dogs of War perhaps, but not very Empire. Give me a good background. Nope, they don't want to do it. Two-handed scimitar. Two-handed hammer. Would love to get a bunch of Warhammers. Public executions. Not to be missed and provides entertainment for the whole family. Food and drink are abundant, but merchants may also try to take advantage of spectators. Oh, a falcon. That's something this company is currently missing. Gonna get a falcon. Not a sentence I get to say often in my everyday life. But happy to have that. Who is gonna hold that? I like giving it to Tongue. You got it, buddy. Let's see. So now we'll have the ability, if you don't know what this does, you release him at the beginning of the battle and you can get a really good idea. He basically surveys almost the entire battlefield, a good chunk of it, and it lets you see the enemy's position, which will be very useful for us going forward when we do the fortification battles. Having a really good idea of where the edges of the fortifications are and like where they're positioned behind the walls, because sometimes we just can't see, and that makes our approach really dangerous. So having a falcon is a way to fix that. Let's see what this other contract is. Okay. They're giving me the opportunity to get the hell out of here. I'll need some time to think about this. Arena, please. Serpents. 4 snakes. I think we can beat 4 snakes. I accept. I accept the battle of the 4 snakes. Spears are not going to be useful versus them. Shields, however, would be, I think. I'm not happy that Rodrigo is out of commission for this, because he's an excellent brother for this fight. But Jake is going to get his, what is it, arena fighter next battle. I think we should definitely bring in Reynold. And then Miguel just has such great defensive stats. But it's probably going to be Uldric. Let's get him in as well. Shamshir would be an awesome weapon for this. We'll switch it up. Let's just make sure they're all standing next to each other before I forget. Okay. Spear on the outside. Let's do it. Wish me luck. This could still be an incredibly tough fight. They pull the wrong brother. They focus him. Spear wall is not going to do anything. You know, we're going to back up 1. I think it messes up the AI's, like... Yes, we back up 1. They move forward again, hopefully just within our range of being able to step in and attack. I mean, close. Let's pick 1 snake and try and focus it. Good hit. Good hit. Yeah, I'm just going for damage here. That doesn't bother me. I'd rather they do that than attack me. Alright, we're snake slaughtering machines at the moment. Alright, missing at this point, kind of rough. Because they hit hard. I was just hoping they'd, you know, land a few less shots, really. We spread our damage around a little bit. But this is going to finish our ambition. Thank goodness. And Jake is now going to have the trait that we've been wanting him to have. He's going to be a much more effective sergeant. Very good. Aldrich, let's go back to your old standby. You're going to eventually use an iron cudgel, my friend. Might just want to give him the three-headed flails. But the spears have been working very well for us. Make sure we divide them back up. It's hard to get off the spear. Yeah. Let's repair that. I'll repair this as well. But thankfully, guys, we are done with that. And we can take a crown like or a contract like this to go 2 days to the northwest. I'll need some time to think about it. Let's see where that is first before I agree to it. It's a small fortification, but it's a place with some good stuff to buy. I'll accept. And I do want to go back north. I want to start fighting some barbarians and stuff. Let's take out Norska and let's get, well, depending on what ambition here that we get. And this is a new one, so I'm going to read it. Having dispatched all manner of creatures that walk on 2 legs or more, and sometimes perhaps none at all, you've come to collect a fair bit of renown for your gladiatorial prowess. Southerners speak your name as though itself were the carrier of good news, vicariously relishing in your victories and hoping to see you win more. It is an odd spin of fate, as most attend the arenas to see gladiators find as grisly a demise as possible. To have the masses cheer for you is a strange realization indeed, though you just realize that when it is you in the light, your very presence filling the stands and banisters, that there is still an ugly end the crowd seeks, that of your opponent. And frankly, for that much coin, you've no problem satiating the audience's bloodlust. So they're chanting our names. What is our renown currently? 1209. So we've gone up quite a bit. Thanks to that ambition. Let's get another one. Let's get one that we can just easily pop. You come across a man wandering the desert with a family of younger men by his side. He welcomes you to a campfire and asks if you'd like to hear tales of the desert and of the South in general. Happy to join you. Let's see what happens. All I know, they're going to be a bunch of assassins and they'll like pull out knives and try to kill me. The man sips at a drink from a cup of unknown make and material. He smells the drink and sips it again before setting it down and stretching out. You know, I somewhat look forward to the end of my gilded path. It's been good to me all these years, but I can tell that I stride between the withers of this horrible world, and the sooner I can make my leave, the better. I have the notion that if I stick around too long, then the world is going to find out I slipped by, receipt in hand, and have been getting away with a good life while I supposedly got suffering on the docket. That's interesting. I think a lot of people feel that way in the real world. But imagine living in this world, the Battle Brothers world, or like the Warhammer world, where it's just non-stop craziness and suffering and monsters and vampires and everything else. To live a normal life in one of those worlds has got to be insane. Like, it's rare. It's rarer than getting mauled to death by like a necrosphinx or something. You ask him why he thinks this, and he shrugs. Instinct. You got it too, Crownling. This I have no doubt. After all, how do you make it so far when others just like you trundle into terrors and horrors and eventually death? I can save scum. That's how I do. There's a ticker somewhere in this world, a great accountant. Perhaps it is the Gilder. Perhaps it is something else. But life is not meant for unending good. At some point, eventually, there's going to be one big, bad moment. May your path be ever gilded. Cool event. Always happy to see it. We're a bit strong right now. Not surprised they don't want to come in on us. Goblins, eh? This is what I've been waiting for. We need to catch the eye of one of the noble houses. I think we've got this already. I think it should just pop as soon as we do it. Yeah, let's get our sergeant first. This will instantly pop. So have at least one man with a rally the troops perk. And then we'll get the sergeant sash. And we'll finally be able to make Jake our sergeant. Alright, 7 goblins. I said we were going long. I got like another 10 minutes probably. Release the falcon. And it looks like it's all wolf riders. Their caravan, their conscripts, their caravan guard conscripts. We don't really need them. Just let them come in. We shouldn't completely underestimate wolf riders. They can be pretty annoying and deadly. Just the sheer amount of like hits you have to do to make them not effective. But they also run away really easy. Once you kill like, so let's say there's 7 of them. If I kill like probably 4 of them, the rest will want to run away. Okay, they're coming in. I'm just glad they're not making me wait forever. Good hit. Spear wall. Go for the stun and we nail it. I don't have to fight this super smart guy, so I'm not going to. We're just going to try to do this quick and dirty, get it over with. They're surrounding us, so we're just going to kind of ball up. Good hits. Very nice. And we'll go for the bill hook shot. Nailed it. Lock him down. Goodbye. Just gotta get the wolf now. If you've never seen Goblin Wolf Riders, first thing you gotta do is kill the rider, then you gotta kill the wolf. And it's basically just a regular dire wolf. And know the chances be bad, I'll throw. Only 10% on those. Please attack the donkey. Although I think if they kill the donkey, don't we just like fail this mission? If that's the case, you need to get the hell out of here. Long axe to the head. Damn. Can't quite get him without hitting someone. Would like to scare him away from the donkey. I do not want to fail this mission because this guy made like a beeline for the donkey. Okay, that hurt Tongue pretty bad. And they did kill the donkey. So do we fail the mission? Because the caravan itself is still... like, the dudes are still here, but I think we do indeed fail. He tried to move. Damn, I hope not. That's 1,000 crowns or whatever it was down the drain. I would take this as a learning experience, though. Like, I actually do have to protect the cart. But how many times is this going to happen? Like, Goblin Wolf Riders getting an ambush encirclement. It's a pretty rare thing. And they're trying to run, but we got them locked. Yeah, just don't fail me, game. Okay, he footworked into high ground. Pretty slick move. Can't get him yet. Okay. Little bit terrible luck. Down you go. And down you go. Do we fail the contract? Well, we get this first. Ack is now our sergeant. You were unsure at first about assigning Ack to this important task, for he is... It's not really Ack, it's Jacob. But they both have that ability. The rally. So, we now have our Sergeant Sash. This will help us greatly in the days to come, which we will give to Jake. I keep moving like my kite shields around, so I keep getting confused as to who's who. But now, boom. We've got it. And our sergeant right here in the center of the formation. Once our formation gets bigger, we'll spread them out more. And our boy here, who may end up as a two-hander, so I'm hesitant to lock him into any particular like weapon skill. I'm going to go for a 4 here in range defense. It's not terrible. So I don't want to give him shield expert, and I don't want to give him any of these. What do I go for, though? Could just go for straight up rotation again. I don't hate that. It's just such a good skill. And then now we have Act. Give him another 4 in range skill. He just keeps getting good rolls in that. It's hard to turn him down. 3 in fatigue and a 4 in range defense. And I think we had settled on him being a heavy bro. So if that's the case, we should definitely grab Battle Forged here. And I'm pretty sure it is. Keep him in heavy gear. And it looks like we did not fail the mission by losing the donkey. I guess as long as one person is alive, we're good to go. Oh, I don't know why I thought we were going there. We're going to Greenwall. We can stop here, though. No, we can't. Okay, it's a little bit off center. So what are we paying out in daily wages? Only 180 crowns per day. That's nothing. And then here, what do we need? Catch the eye of the noble houses. We need to do this. That way we can unlock. Because I'm pretty sure this will instantly... Yeah, our Renown is already better than this. And then at least a dozen opponents. Yeah. This is perfect. Become a professional. It should just instantly trigger. And we'll be able to take contracts out of this place. Nobles now give us contracts, and we look different on the world map, which is cool. Guys, feel free to read this. I've read this 100 times. Just kind of hover over it for a second. Feel free to pause it. But we are about to reach into the nobility's deep pockets. And that's great. We needed that. Yeah, so I think they only paid us half because we lost stuff. So that makes sense. I'm not mad at that. Visit the armor. These are decent prices. This is closer to what I'm talking about. I can't afford the big stuff yet, but we can start trying to get these reinforced mail hauberks. No Saleh helmet, which I would buy in a heartbeat. Pretty much would be going for that. Any good hires? A Houndmaster. That's something different at least. But guys, I'm going to call it. I'm going to recruit this guy. Every Houndmaster I've ever gotten, trash. Absolute trash. I've never gotten a good one. When a dog saved him from a bear, Baldwin dedicated his life to the canine lot. The Houndmaster spent many years working for a local lord. He gave up the post after the liege struck a dog down just for sport. An interesting prospect. You can only hope Baldwin is as loyal as the dogs he once commanded. He's not a huge investment. If he sucks, we can get rid of him. He's craven and a dastard. Later. Later, man. Don't want any craven dastards in my party. That was a expensive experiment, 280, but we can afford it. That doesn't hurt me. And I'm okay with it. See what they have at the weaponsmith. A two-handed hammer. Yep, I'm probably going to get that. I don't think I can help myself. And I'm going to sell off one of these. Ooh, maybe not here, though. I will sell off one of these three-headed flails. I don't think we need two of them. And then I would love to pick up a ton of war dogs. I can't do everything I want here. And they have no contracts for me either. Excellent prices on tools, too. Of which I should probably stock up on them. Pulling the trigger on the reinforced mail hauberk. And we are going to give that to our sergeant. We're going to wrap it in hyena. So this gives durability and initiative. Initiative is not going to be so relevant here. Would be better to probably, you know what? I don't like that I did that. I don't like that I did that at all. I think I should have held on to these. These are going to be good on our light, our very, very light armors. I'm not saying I can't get more. I can get a ton more hyena furs if I just stay in the south for a long time and grind. But this is, I mean, obviously it's a good upgrade to put this on. And this is a piece of armor we're going to have for a long time. And I like to put stuff like this on these guys because the reinforced mail hauberk for me is a medium armor. Which can go on some nimble bros if they have the right stats, but it's very unlikely. This is more likely going to go on a crossbow bro later down the line, but for right now, it's a good enough piece of armor that it should be on. It should be on a frontliner. Now we can pass this along. Yeah, the Houndmasters suck. I've never gotten a good one. Never. So that was completely expected. Yeah, I would probably not have put that on there had I thought about it. I probably would have just grabbed like these leather shoulder guards. But that's okay. And you know what? It's hammer time. I'm near broke. But I don't care. Sigmarites have to have their hammers. And we finally gotten one. Our hammer master is now complete. And we also have a brother or two that can use this crypt cleaver. Rodrigo is one of them. He's a sword master though. We're looking to get a great sword for him. The other one would be Zawahir. And then Justin. Justin, you're in. Because of that, I'm going to give you the better armor. And I'm also going to give you a better helmet. I want you to be as tanky as possible. And that frees up another spear. This is all okay. We're making adjustments here. Justin is going to be a solid two-handed bro. Let's keep our shields and spears together. That way we can form solid spear walls. This is an upgrade there. But with no contracts and no direction, and not a lot of money, I'm going to sell that. Sell that. Sell. Just get up to a couple hundred crowns, just so we have enough to work for a few days. And when we come back, guys, we might go up to Allstat. Long episode, my happy birthday episode. Hope you guys enjoyed the grinding that we did. It was just an insane amount of grinding. The next ambition that procs, you know what, let's just, I know I was about to say my goodbyes. Let's go down to, nope, I want to go through the wilderness. Let's go here and see if we can't get some contracts done. It's out like in the middle of nothing. There should be lots of places for us to explore. It's a massive citadel. There'll be stuff to buy if we can get more money. It's got really good shops. Tomb of the Old Kings. I just wanted to proc. I kind of feel like I have to take that fight. Guys, that's it. We'll take this fight when we come back. And we'll try and get another ambition to proc. But I'm Brett. Channel's Goodtalk Gaming. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. And as always, guys, I will see you in the next one. Take care, y'all.